Hey viewers! The humorous conversation depicted in this video is purely fictional and intended for entertainment purposes only. It does not endorse or promote any form of corruption or illegal activities. The dialogue is a work of creative imagination and does not reflect real-life situations or individuals. Always prioritize ethical behavior and accountability in all aspects of life. Now, let's move to our funny drama.
Hey dear. You know what they say about corruption, right? It's like trying to teach a fish to ride a bicycle.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, but wouldn't that fish be more qualified than some politicians?
True. And it would probably make more informed decisions too.
Dad, do you think corrupt politicians have a special, stealing 101, class in school?
Oh, absolutely. Right after How to Give Empty Promises 101, and Advanced Ties and Lies.
I heard they even have a course on creative accounting for beginners.
That's where they learn to turn 1,000 into a million with the wave of a pen.
I bet they have a secret society called the Order of the Greased Palm.
And their secret handshake involves passing a briefcase full of cash.
Dad, do you think they have corruption-themed merchandise? Like, my dad went to a kickback and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Or I support corrupt politicians, because pocket change matters.
Ha ha ha. Speaking of pocket change, I heard some politicians have pockets so deep they're like black holes for taxpayer money.
And they use it to fund their intergalactic vacations, I suppose.
Maybe they're actually planning to build a corruption resort on Mars.
Huh. Where the gravity of accountability is miraculously lighter.
Dad, have you ever wondered if they have a corruption app for smartphones?
Oh, for sure. It's probably disguised as a game called Piggy Bank Plunder.
And the more you steal, the higher your score and the fancier your mansion in the virtual world.
Meanwhile, in the real world, their constituents are left wondering why their potholes are still unfilled.
Dad, I think we've just cracked the code to becoming billionaires. Start a corrupt politician simulator game.
Ha ha ha. Let's call it Graftville, where you build your wealth by emptying the till.
And remember, in Graftville, the only way to lose is if you don't steal enough.
Absolutely, son. Now, how about we get back to our non-corrupt lives and finish that puzzle?
Sounds like a plan, Dad. But let's make sure all the pieces are accounted for. No missing puzzle funds allowed.
You know, son, if corrupt politicians were superheroes, their superpower would be turning public funds into invisible jets.
And their arch nemesis would be the accountant avenger, who can spot a missing rupees from a mile away.
Hey. Yes. Their battles would be fought in the realm of financial statements and budget reports.
Instead of capes, they'd wear custom-tailored suits with pockets big enough for bundles of cash.
And their catchphrase would be, "I'm here to save the day." For my offshore accounts.
Dad, I wonder if they have a secret hideout called the Hall of Ill-Gotten Gains.
Right next to the Villa of Vague Explanations and the Palace of Plausible Deniability.
And they'd have a sidekick named Red Tape Boy who can tie up investigations in knots.
Don't forget about Distraction Diva, who can divert attention with a scandalous tweet in a single bound.
Ha ha ha. And their ultimate weapon would be the Bribe Blaster, which shoots wads of cash instead of lasers.
But in the end, they'd always be foiled by the whistleblower warrior armed with a truth-telling megaphone.
It's like a comic book world where good and evil battle it out with financial shenanigans.
And the only way to defeat them is to expose their schemes with the power of transparency and accountability.
Dad, maybe we should pitch our superhero idea to Hollywood, the Chronicles of Corruptopia.
Ha ha ha. As long as we don't get any offers from politicians wanting to play themselves in the movie.
Agreed, we wouldn't want them to take method acting to a whole new level of corruption.
So, let's stick to solving puzzles and leaving the corrupt superhero battles to our imagination.
Sounds like a plan, Dad. Our puzzle might not save the world, but at least it won't bankrupt it either.
You know, son. Amidst all the corruption jokes, it's reassuring to know that honesty and integrity will always be the real superpowers that make the world a better place.